I'm Mr. Duckpotato and welcome to Duckpotato's World. My wife asked me to step in today to show you a DIY project not too far off from knitting. So a while back she asked me to take some old knitting needles that she had laying around that were donated and to turn them into bracelets. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's fairly simple, but you do have to have some muscles. So first we took my wife's measurement around her wrist, and then we found a can that was slightly smaller, maybe within half an inch or so of the wrist that you want it to form to. You got Rotel is a good one, or just chicken broth. Campbell's is about the same size, but it's pretty easy. None of these soups sponsor us, or knitting needles. If anybody wants to sponsor us, Campbell's, I mean, yeah. Anyway, so it's not that difficult. Muscles is the big key. I would use the bottom side because it's a little bit thicker. You can tend to warp the can when you're doing this, but basically you put your thumb on the can, okay? And then you just get to bending just a little bit at a time. And this is a size 4 needle. It's solid core, it's solid, so you don't have to worry about it misshaping. If you've ever bent pipe, which probably most of you have not, it can tend to collapse on itself, but because these are solid, you don't have to worry about that. So you just very delicately just keep pulling all the way around. So you've already got a loop, and you want to pull it as tight as you can because it will spring back a little bit as you go. It will want to run away from you a little bit. So you just keep holding. Oops, see, just like that. First time I didn't have to do this on camera, so I could take my time, but I want to try to get this done fairly quickly. There, 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 and there. So now you've got the basic shape. It is got a bigger gap than what I had here, so you can just work on it. One thing you can do is you can just tuck the one side over the other and kind of pull, and that'll close up that gap some. One thing my wife did notice is that it tended to snag on some of her knitting items, and how we resolved that was, you see this, the ends here don't really want to lay down. They're just you got to use it as your grab point. So what I did was just kept pulling it as tight as I could around the can, and then I took just plain old quick grip. This is Irwin, again, not sponsored, but I'm having a brain fart. What it's called? Grip, just a vise, whatever, and put it up against the can, kind of where you want it. Make sure it's on both sides, and make sure your point is up against it. And you just give it a couple of pumps, and it will go flying. But it'll kind of close up that and round it over a little bit more, so then that way you don't have to worry about it as much. It does, again, dent your can some when you're doing this, but that's the basic gist. A little more cleanup, a little more bending, but that gets you one. This is a size 9. Yes, 9. Obviously thicker, it's going to take more muscle, and we want it slightly bigger. So same deal. Hopefully I can do this. I don't think I've tried this size yet, but just grip it, or you can use leverage against a table or something, and you just start. Oh, this was significantly harder to do. It'll go. You just keep working at it. You just find yourself a big guy, big muscle man. And make sure that that stays against the can as much as you can, because otherwise you'll end up with a flat spot. But you got a U for now. I'll let my wife put a picture of the final product in, because this one's going to take a little more effort than this one did. So these were 7s, and these were manageable as well. So really, ideally, bigger than a 7, probably not ideal. This is going to take me a minute. My wife is saying thank you. So y'all have a great day. Night, actually, it's nighttime. How do you sign this thing off, dear?
Like, subscribe, and comment.
Those things, yeah. Like, subscribe, and comment. All right.
Do that.